Yo, what's up? This is your man Thetch, great, checking in once again. Let's get straight to it, man. You see the title. Let's talk about it. This is one of those situations, this is one of those topics that people have a distinct opinion about. Unless you've been living under a rock, I'm sure y'all have been seeing all of the dust that's been kicked up lately over Offset and Cardi B, this whole clusterfuck that's going on between them. It's getting extremely messy, as always. Hold on, let me get this camera centered here. There we go. It's getting extremely messy. And I was just wondering if I'm the only one that has my opinion in regards to this matter. You know, I feel, all right, first of all, in society, right? Whenever there's a marriage, no matter how much money the man is making, let's say it's an extremely affluent man who has, let's just say a guy has $100 million, right? And let's say he's dating a woman who may have a few million herself. If they break up in marriage, women always applaud and they always champion a woman who's getting half of his money. If they break up and he doesn't have a premium, they always champion that. Yeah, girl, do your thing, girl. You broke that nigga. You got half his money. Good. Or if she requests spousal support or something of that nature in order to keep up a certain quality of living, the woman always gets championed in that particular scenario. But whenever a man does it, I find this extremely interesting. And I'm going to watch a video in just a second. I'm going to play this video, but I find it extremely interesting that whenever it is a man who flips the script and does the exact same thing that so many women do, a man is persecuted for doing it, right? So before I even go any further, let me play this video, man, because I'm just getting up to speed on all this shit. So let me play this video. 1 second. Let's play this shit from the jump.
I'm crashing out because now I'm gonna crash out, and I don't give a. I want you to die, but I want you to die slow.
Cardi B crashing out as she calls out estranged hubby Offset.
I want to be done with this marriage. Like, I feel like I'm tied up. A lot of drama.
It all played out Friday on X Spaces. Cardi going live to rant about her ex after he filed for spousal support, alleging he's a deadbeat father, and getting so heated, she let a secret slip.
He stood up my kids 3 times. He has seen Blossom only like 5 times.
8-month-old Blossom is the youngest of Cardi and Offset's 3 kids, whose name we did not know until now.
Oh, snappity snap.
The two also share 6-year-old daughter Culture and 3-year-old son Wave, and Cardi claims it costs a lot to raise them.
I want to know.
So my kids got their own driver. They picked them up from school. They dropped them off. The kid's driver is on a retainer for $10,000 a month. Culture school this year, you didn't pay for it. That's $45,000.
Wow.
Wave school a year is $35,000. My cousin babysits Wave and Culture. She gets paid $3,000 a week. The nanny was $700 a day. The baby's nanny is $500 a day now because she's not staying the whole day. Culture and Wave gets tutoring 4 times a week by the hour. So that's 2 hours, 1 hour for Culture, 1 hour for Wave. Each hour is $250. So that's count that up.
she couldn't even do that simple math, y'all.
That's 4 times a week.
The sum well into the 6 figures.
Don't worry about what anybody says. Like, don't worry about nobody. Don't ever let them take you down, because those people are they're really miserable.
But nothing in this world that I like more than checks.
I don't get it either.
If Offset is granted spousal support, he could net major bucks from Cardi, who is worth an estimated $80 million.
She just looked like, you know what I'm saying, a scrumptious piece of iron.
It's crazy.
Each spouse is entitled to the style of living that they had when they were married. So if one is making a lot more money than the other, then that person may be entitled to pay spousal support. If they are doing financially well themselves, that's going to offset whatever spousal support obligation the court will find.
I just don't understand. I guess the part that I just don't understand personally.
Most trading causes take your money, give you some lessons, and then disappear.
this is an America thing. I just don't understand how is it that women are always championed for taking a man to the cleaners if they're married. A woman can take half of a man's wealth that he worked so hard to obtain. And yet, in a situation such as this, where obviously Cardi B is more affluent than Offset, she's a media darling. People love her. They love her personality, even though she's very ratchet. She's apparently worth upwards of $80 million. Offset, from what I saw, he's probably in maybe the 5 to 10 range, if that. But my question is, why is it that whenever a man goes for the jugular, so to speak, and he requests spousal support, why is he persecuted? Why is a man completely looked at as filth when he does the same thing that so many women do, playing the same game that so many women play? And yet when a man does it, all of a sudden he's dead wrong. Now, me personally, do I think that a man should request spousal support? That's just one of those man things, right? As a man, I don't feel like I could look myself in the mirror if I'm requesting spousal support from a woman that I was married to and that I created life with. I personally don't think that I could do that. But what I'm talking about is the technicality, the semantics in itself. Could you, as a man, or should a man be penalized for requesting spousal support if his wife was making far more money than him? Technically, no, that should not be an issue. That should not be an issue, man. It should not be an issue, but it's a big issue in this country. It's a double standard, and we know that we have so many double standards in America. I get it. This being one of them. A man is expected to have competence enough to provide for himself, regardless of what circumstances he is subjected to in a marriage or a relationship. We all know that, right? That's just how it is. Nobody's going to feel sorry for you if you're a man. Listen, even if you get everything taken from you, nobody gives a fuck about you. If you're a man, figure it out. Tough luck. But when it's on the other foot, when the shoe's on the other foot, and it's the woman who's bringing in all the bread, and that man who was married to her decides to go ahead and play that same game, saying, you know what, let me go ahead and request spousal support from this chick. Since she want to be out here with Stephon Diggs on the yacht with Tucci, pink cocaine, ain't that what they call that shit, Tucci? Y'all seen him? He whipped that shit out with the hoes. He whipped that shit out like that on the boat with Cardi. And Offset probably looking at this at home like, damn, if she wants to play this game, let me go ahead and request spousal support that I am well entitled to, seeing as we've been married for this such amount of time, and I have this certain quality of living that I've grown accustomed to. We have children together. So Offset is well within his rights to request spousal support, of course. But the question that I want to ask, and the question that I am posing is he wrong for doing it? And technically, I would have to say, oh man, that's one that I tussle with. I would say that he's not wrong as far as morality is concerned, but it just comes back down to one of those burden of performances as a man. A man is not supposed to be requesting spousal support from his lady. That's just not how it's supposed to be. But all is fair in love and war, and obviously these two are at war. He saw her with Stephon Diggs on that yacht. He saw her going crazy. Stephon whipping out the pink cocaine. And now Offset said, you know what, bitch, I'm going to get some spousal support from you. I'm going to get some spousal support from you. You know, you making too much money. You got this NFL nigga. All I got is these hoes still. These nondescript hoes that I keep messing around with. So he's playing the game. This is the only play that he has available to him. Let's see, no injury, no fathers put out. Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree. JP Bad, I completely agree. But this is America. A man, nobody feels sorry for a man. No matter how the marriage goes, no matter what happens, I don't care. They can catch Cardi red-handed. It could be one of those situations where everything that we've been fed, as far as Offset being the one who's been the major offender when it comes to infidelity, all the things that we've heard about Offset over the years, it could be completely false. Cardi might have been the one stepping out. All of that can come completely crashing down. And yet, the way that the society works in America and the way that narratives are spun, it doesn't matter. There's nothing Offset can say or do that would bring this to a point where women, well, y'all know how that works. Women are never going to be on the side of the black man. That's just life. That's just fucking life. Even the black women themselves are what should I say? I don't know. It's this weird unspoken tension. Black women always want to see a black man being publicly lynched, and I don't understand that. Or they will advocate whole 304 behavior from their idols. That's another thing. You see the way Cardi's on that boat behaving. This is a mother, and I know women say, "Oh, she still gotta live," but you gotta live like that. You got 3 young children, and you're on a fucking yacht with a known sniper, which is what Stephon Diggs is. That nigga be knocking them down like crazy out here. We all know that. And it's not even something where it's a situation where you can say Stephon Diggs is wrong because he's just living his life. This nigga been out here smashing bitches, knocking more bitches down you can shake a stick at. This is what he does. and yet Cardi's on this boat getting her ass smacked while he's still holding court with another group of nondescript bitches on the boat while she's right over here. So she's down with the get down. She's down for everything. She's down with whatever he's on, she's on. And yet this is a mother of 3 that so many women idolize. But what are you idolizing? What kind of behavior are you idolizing? Sending hate from Spain. I like that comment, man. Okay, I like that. Yeah, this is a subject where we should be shaming, and I understand. I'm not saying Offset is a saint by no means, but at what point is it socially acceptable for a mother of 3 young children to be on a boat behaving in that manner? And then people always turn a blind eye to her thought behavior because she's a media darling. I don't get it. I don't think I'll ever get it. I'll never understand that shit. It sickens me to look at. But I'm getting off tangent. The whole point of this video, as I stated earlier, hold on, let's see. Just remember that she used to drug and rob. Yep. She used to drug and rob people back in the day, and she admitted to that. And the term for that is trick rolling. Back when she was in the clubs, back when she was still stripping, she openly admits to these accounts when she was a stripper of drugging marks, taking their money, and dashing on them. This is what Cardi B, this is what she admits to doing. This is her pedigree. But that's what happens when you get a street urchin bitch from the slums, and then you give her some money, and then she ascends to the heights of superstardom that she has. This is what happens. But it's not even a surprise that I don't have anything against Cardi. She's a very entertaining personality. She's likable even. It's just that she's everything that is wrong with the modern black woman, or I'm sorry, she's not black. Well, she's black when she wants to be. When she wants to be, she's black. Otherwise, she's Afro-Latina. I get it. That's how they like to code switch a lot now. You know, they like to be Afro-Latina when it suits them, but otherwise they're black. See, that's another thing that grinds my fucking gears, man. That's another thing that grinds my gears. I can't stand people that act like, you know, they're only black when it's convenient for them. And that's what Cardi is black when it's convenient. Otherwise, she's a Latina, or sometimes she's just Afro. It's fluid. It's fluid. I guess she has that luxury. I get it. Anyways, I just think the way that she portrays herself and the way that she behaves is everything that is wrong with the young African American or Afro-Latina women. That personality, that classless display of ostentatiousness and just no regard for being a real role model to her children. Now I get it. She's cleaned up her act a little bit, but you are what you are in this world. You are who you are in this world. You can only put a pig in a dress, but it's still a goddamn pig. And I'm not calling her a pig. I'm just saying you still are who you are. Regardless what nice, pretty paint you put on something, it still is what it is beneath it. And I don't know, man. This shit just grinds my gears. I don't know. The point is, guys, should a man request spousal support? In this scenario, do y'all think that Offset is going to get spousal support? I guess it's the better question. Hold on, let's see. Whoa, that's a heavy question you asked there. Wow, let's see. It says, very nice. Hold on. Do you support invading Iran? Are you serious? Are you serious, Billy? Like, why are you bringing that question to this stream? That is heavy, bro. Like, what the fuck? I don't even want to talk about Iran, man. But let's see. Do I watch anime? No, I don't watch anime, guys. Never been an anime guy. Never been my thing. I would say the only anime that I've watched, this is gonna sound crazy. The only anime that I've watched in my entire lifetime is probably random episodes of Dragon Ball Z here and there. I'm not an anime guy. I like nonfiction stuff. That's just me. I'm just that kind of guy. I like nonfiction. I've never been an anime guy. But y'all are getting off the fucking point. Can we get back on kicking Cardi B's back in? God damn it! Let's get back to the point here. We're kicking Cardi B's back in about her whole behavior and how it gets overlooked. Let's get back to the real premise of this conversation. Oh my God, man! See, I gotta block some of y'all just being stupid, man. Chill out. Or I'm just gonna have to end this damn stream. Y'all getting stupid. I gotta block you, bro. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Come on. You can always tell the dudes that don't get no pussy in real life. Y'all come on streams saying all kinds of weird ass shit, bro. Like, what the fuck? Anyways, man, I guess this stream is running long anyway. But I was hoping that y'all could give me what your thoughts are on if a man should request spousal support from his wife. It's just a simple question. Very simple question. Do you think a man should ever, in any circumstance, be requesting spousal support from his wife? You know, just that simple. And I'm gonna play this video one more time for the people that are just getting here. Let's play that video one more time. Where's it at? Let me play it one more time just for all the people that just got here.
That's not how we do things.
All right, here we go. Let's put it on the screen.
I'm crashing out because now I'm gonna crash out, and I don't give a.
I want y'all's thoughts about this.
But I want you to die.
Cardi B crashing out as she calls out estranged hubby Offset.
I want to be done with this marriage. Like, I feel like I'm tied up. A lot of drama.
It all played out Friday on X Spaces. Cardi going live to rant about her ex after he filed for spousal support, alleging he's a deadbeat father, and getting so heated, she let a secret slip.
He stood up my kids 3 times. He has seen Blossom only like 5 times.
8-month-old Blossom is the youngest of Cardi and Offset's 3 kids, whose name we did not know until now.
Oh, snappity snap snap.
The two also share 6-year-old daughter Culture and 3-year-old son Wave, and Cardi claims it costs a lot to raise them.
So my kids got their own driver. They picked them up from school. They dropped them off. The kid's driver is on a retainer for $10,000 a month. Culture school this year, you didn't pay for it. That's $45,000. Wave school a year is $35,000. My cousin babysits Wave and Culture. She gets paid $3,000 a week.
These figures.
The nanny was $700 a day. The baby's nanny is $500 a day now because she's not staying the whole day. Culture and Wave gets tutoring 4 times a week by the hour. So that's 2 hours. 1 hour for Culture, 1 hour for Wave. Each hour is $250. So that's count that up.
Come on, Cardi.
That's 4 times a week.
The sum well into the 6 figures.
Don't worry about what anybody says. Like, don't worry about nobody. Don't ever let them take you down, because those people are they're really miserable.
But nothing in this world that I like more than checks.
If Offset is granted spousal support, he could net major bucks from Cardi, who is worth an estimated $80 million.
She just look like, you know what I'm saying, a scrumptious piece of iron.
Each spouse is entitled to the style of living that they had when they were married. So if one is making a lot more money than the other, then that person would may be entitled to pay spousal support. If they are doing financially well themselves, that's going to offset whatever spousal support obligation the court will find.
All right, there we go. So now y'all seen the video again. What are your thoughts? Is Offset in the wrong for requesting spousal support? Yes or no? You said, but Offset throws money in music videos. Who gives a fuck? Well, first of all, I guarantee you Offset does not throw money in music videos. That's prop money. That's prop money that these rappers are using in these music videos. Y'all are highly confused if you think these rappers are really throwing tons and tons of bread in these videos. These motherfuckers don't have money. These motherfuckers ain't even rich, the majority of them. It's only a handful of rappers that are actually rich, guys. Offset has money. I believe he has money. I don't think he's broke, but he's not throwing around real money. That's all prop money. But should he get spousal support? Should he even have the? Some of y'all might feel that this is completely out of pocket. Do y'all think that Offset has unmitigated gall to be requesting spousal support from his extremely well-off, wealthy wife? That's the question. Let's see. It says, let's see. That means Cardi. Oh no, Cardi's not broke. No, Cardi's not broke, but the money didn't come from rap. That's the thing. Cardi has so many brand endorsement deals. She's so well liked, and she has so many people constantly offering her bags for different things that she's very well off. Like they said, like they just stated, her estimated net worth is around 80 M's. She's up. She's really up. Now here's the funny thing. I'm not sure if you guys know this, but the funny thing is the fact that when they initially met, Cardi was nobody. Offset was far more famous than Cardi B when they met. She met him when he was at the height of Migos fame. She was still a stripper. She was still on just getting on Love and Hip Hop. That's when she met Offset. And then she took off. Once Bodak Yellow hit, it was history. She just took off after that. But a lot of people don't know that. Cardi was never, when they initially met, Cardi B she was just nobody. Offset was far more popular, far more famous. Migos was performing extremely well. They had just dropped Culture. Culture went platinum. Cardi B was struggling just to get taken seriously as even a rapper altogether. She was still a stripper at Sue's Rendezvous in New York. She was nobody. But Bodak Yellow, when that shit hit, it hit like an atom bomb. And Cardi B's career just took off from there. And the rest is history, obviously. And he doesn't. Oh, you said, does Offset have brand endorsements? I couldn't confirm nor deny, but let's just exercise logic here. Offset is nowhere near as popular nor as famous as Cardi B. I don't think that's not even a stretch. Like everybody knows that Cardi B she's a megastar. And what's funny is that she's a megastar more so off of her personality. She's extremely likable. She's extremely unique in the way that she carries herself, you know, and a lot of Black women resonate with her, how she behaves, you know, that extremely ratchet, boisterous personality. It works for her. But the as far, let's see, you said I hate. Oh, wait a minute. All right, let me read a few comments here. Important history here. I don't know if you're being facetious or you're being serious. Let's see. Angel Dip. I hate Cardi B. I had a dream about her, and she was the biggest cunt. I don't even know if I'm able to say that on YouTube. They'll probably demonetize my shit. I don't know. But that's funny. Her personality is not likable. She's trashy and uncouth. No class. Now there, Angel Dip. Now that much we can agree on that much. I do not like the classless way that she displays herself and the way that she carries herself, especially seeing as the fact that she is a mother of three. There's no mother of three young children should be behaving in the manner that she's behaving openly, constantly. The way that she carries herself and the things that she does, all of these things are going to come back to bite her, because your kids are one day going to be old enough to see what you were doing. How were you carrying yourself? What were you doing out there in the world, mama? When I was young, you were out here doing this, mama. While I was with the babysitter, you was out here on this yacht with this nondescript NFL player doing this foul shit. What's that pink shit that NFL player pulled out of his pocket, mom? What was that? Pink cocaine? What is that, mom? What was he doing there? Why were you on that boat with that guy? These are all questions that Cardi B is going to have to answer when her kids are old enough to understand what's going on right now. But that's the problem. So many women don't think about the consequences of their actions. And don't get me wrong, men do it too. Men do a whole lot of flaw ass shit too. I get it. Don't think that I'm just here beating up on women. I'm not. But the way that Cardi B is, obviously, this is the funny thing. It's so clear that her and Offset still have feelings for each other, because you don't do certain things unless you really just want to elicit a carnal response from someone. She's doing all this shit so overtly because she wants him to see it. She wants him to feel a certain way. But it's going to come back to bite her, because as a mother, it's just certain lines that you should not be crossing. And did y'all see that picture today? I like Offset as an artist. Yeah, I fuck with Offset. I do. How am I being biased? Explain yourself. You think I'm being biased? Explain yourself, because I feel like I'm speaking from an extremely logical standpoint. Who is that? Kanye is who? Kanye? Is this motherfucker being facetious? Are you calling me? Don't ever call me fucking Kanye. Are you serious? But did y'all see the video today, or did y'all see that picture that was posted today where Cardi B? Now, and you can check this in real time. Cardi B's, I don't know if it was her son, she did his hair exactly like Stephon Diggs' hair. They showed Stephon Diggs at OTAs the exact braid pattern. She had somebody braid that exact same braid pattern in her son's hair. As the dude that you're running around on yachts with pink cocaine, you got somebody braiding your son's hair the same as this nigga. Like, we're not even talking about pettiness. That's beyond pettiness. That is just low life behavior. That's just classless low life behavior. Like, this shit is beyond me, bro. Like, seriously. Hold on, let's see. All right, let me read a couple comments here. It says, Real Realm Domain. Bro, not all women, 8 billion people. There are still good women who look at these women in no form of role. Oh, no, absolutely. I get that. I'm not saying that everybody looks at Cardi B as a role model, but let's keep it a stack. There's a whole lot of girls out there, more so the younger girls. They're still impressionable. Nah, let's keep it a stack. There's a whole lot of old ass motherfuckers out here too who are idolizing Cardi B and finding any reason to turn their head the other way when she does some nut ass shit like she did today. And I'm sick of it. No, you good, bro. You good. Let's see. We got more important things going on in the world, homie. No, of course. I mean, this just honestly, to keep it a stack, this is just some shit that was on my mind, so I just want to do a stream right quick. Of course, here's the thing. When I talk about real shit, when I talk about real geopolitical issues, nobody wants to hear that shit, because I have a very intellectually curious brain, but I just happen to see this going across my feed, and I just want to jump on. But I agree, there's a lot more important shit going on in the world right now that most people are completely oblivious to. But that's a whole nother topic, and that's a whole nother stream. But thanks for watching anyway. Let's see. Your body is amazing. It's a waste if you don't worship your creator with it. What do you mean? Are you assuming that I don't have any relationship with God? Or are you making assumptions? I don't understand. But thank you for the compliment. I appreciate that. It says talk. We might like it. Well, it depends, man. We got time. We can talk about whatever the fuck y'all want to talk about. We can talk about anything. It doesn't matter to me. It don't matter to me. You're chilling on your hammock. You're chilling on your hammock right now? That's crazy. It says, let's see. I will kick a bee in the face if she said I don't cook, I don't clean, but I feel like it takes two to make this mess. Okay, that's a very interesting comment, and let's talk about it, because do y'all, everybody who's watching right now, the 18 people that are watching, do y'all believe in gender roles? Do y'all believe that gender roles are absolutely still something that should be not only something that should be expected, but do you think it's something that absolutely does still stand as like a foundation of society, especially in regards to a nuclear family? In case you don't know, a nuclear family is in essence a mother, a father, and 2.3 kids. Isn't that what they say? 2.3. It's a number that doesn't make sense, like 2.3. You can't have a half kid or a 0.3, but that's what they say. Anyways, me personally, gender roles are absolutely necessary. I just think there's certain things that a man should be doing, and there's certain things that a woman should be doing, and vice versa. There's also adversely things that should not be done by either. There's certain things that I miss the days when masculinity, unquestioned masculinity was a thing, because now every single thing that pertains to traditional masculinity is considered toxic, and everything that pertains to traditional femininity is considered toxic as well, or a man expecting it to be so is toxic. The having the mindset, you feel me? It's just crazy. It's just crazy. But like I said, that's not what this stream was about. Because if we go there, then I'm gonna go somewhere else altogether. Oh, okay, somebody agrees with me. Cool. Wait a minute. It says, wait a minute, who said that? You said, but you don't talk about the man's roles? I don't talk. Okay. All right. Let's talk about the man's roles. It is first of all right. Let me see if y'all agree with this. First of all, do you guys understand that? And this is going to offend all the women who happen to be watching, but do the women understand that only women have the luxury of being dumb in society? Like, and I'm not saying that all women are dumb, but do y'all understand that only women have the luxury of being dumb? Because a woman can be completely unqualified. She can be an absolute bird brain. She can have absolutely nothing going on upstairs. And yet, if she looks good enough, if she's pretty enough, if her body is fit enough, and if she is actually feminine and soft enough, she can end up on some billionaire's yacht, rubbing shoulders with the social elite. But a man, on the other hand, a man does not have that same luxury. A man has to absolutely be competent. He has to be working on himself, developing himself, and building himself into the absolute very best version of himself every single day of his life, to be competent in order to obtain resources, and also in order to build himself and his body into looking the very best that it can look, so he can attract the same kind of women that he wants. And he's also having to compete with all the other men in the ecosystem who are also just as competitive and also working on themselves to get the very best women. That's why every single day is a competition. That's why I can't stand people who don't want to compete. It should be a man's hardwired mentality in his brain to know that he's going to have to compete with all the other motherfuckers in his ecosystem and his environment to get all the things that he wants, whether it be the job, whether it be the career, whether it be the women that he wants, or whether it be real estate, whatever. You have to compete. You have to be willing to compete for anything in life that you want as a man. Women, y'all compete covertly. Women compete differently. Women compete with their femininity and their sexuality. That's how women compete. Men, we compete overtly. And one thing that men understand that women don't understand. Men understand this, women don't. Men understand clearly that there's always a hierarchy. You know, when you walk into a room, for instance, let's just take me, for instance. If I walk into a room, at the very least, when I walk into a room, I'm going to garner a certain amount of attention and respect, because usually a man who has enough discipline to work on his body to look a certain way, he has to have a certain level of discipline. At the very least, they can know nothing else about me, but when I walk in a room, they look at me and say, damn, I know that you can't just jump up and look like that. You can't just have muscle. And especially seeing as I did it naturally, you can't just do this. This takes discipline. And I'm not trying to toot my own horn or anything. I'm just trying to make a point here. Men respect discipline. Men respect because we know what it takes to obtain certain things. We know what it takes to obtain a certain body. We know what it takes to obtain a certain kind of car, a certain house, live in a certain zip code, be able to buy certain kinds of watches, clothes, whatever tickles your fancy. Men know that. But women, I ain't gonna lie. Women live life on easy mode. And the funny thing about it is that the majority of women don't even realize that they live life on easy mode. And you know why? Because privilege is invisible to those who have it. That's a fact. That is a fact. Man, look at it. See, y'all got me on a goddamn soapbox going crazy now. See, I didn't even intend to go crazy on y'all, but I need to read some of y'all's comments. Let's see, what are y'all saying? 1000% male privilege is a joke. Females have the privileges in society. We coddle and protect them from consequences. Men are on their own. Absolutely. Not only are men on their own, but if you don't succeed as a man, then you're just going to be disrespected and tossed to the fucking wayside. And nobody's going to give a fuck about you. There's no excuses. There's no safety net for men. If you don't succeed, if you don't earn the life that you truly want, okay, so what? So what? Nobody gives a fuck. Next. Women don't want to, oh my God, I have to say this. Women don't want to, you know how women always say that they want to build with a man? I just want a man that I can build with. That's bullshit. No woman wants to build with a man. A woman wants a man who is already built. Because you know why? Because women don't want a man who's actually their equal. They want a man who's superior. And I don't mean, before y'all jump on me, I don't mean like superior as a human being, but in actuality, I mean superior in every way. They want a man who's taller than them, stronger than them, smarter than them, makes more money than them. This is what women want. They want a man who's superior to them in every single facet of life. Even though they don't admit that, that's what they want. They don't want to build with a motherfucking man. They want to stand at the finish line and wait on the best option to come to them. Whoever the best, most developed, good-looking man, they want the man who's in shape, got the six-pack, got the money, got the house, got the car, got the investments, got the crib. They want the man who already has that all together. And then if he chooses them, then they want to build. They want to build up. They want to build when this motherfucker has already hit a grand slam. They don't want to wait for him to get out of the dugout and get up the bat first. That's just not how it works. That's just not how anything works in life. But once again, I'm ranting. Let's see. Y'all are having okay. What we got going on here? I make $300K a year, and I'm done with dating. When you make more money, women is no problem. The problem is finding a woman on my level. I don't want a woman under my. Why do you care? Saying collectibles. Why do you care what a woman makes? Why? See, that's very odd. Generally speaking, as a man, I couldn't give a fuck what a woman makes. I do very well for myself. A woman's generally speaking, if a man is of a certain level of net worth, and I'm not saying I'm rich, but I have a good career. I make good money. I don't even care about what a woman does for a living. As long as she's doing something honest with her life, that's all I care about. All I care about is her femininity. Is she attractive? Is she fit? Is she friendly? Is she a genuinely good person? That's what I care about. I don't care how much money a woman makes because that money ain't gonna be mine anyway. Let's just keep it a stack. The man is the one who is expected to provide and protect and to procure resources and to lead. That's the man's job. So why do I care what a woman makes? I don't care. Like, why do you even care? You say you make $300K a year. Why do you give a fuck what a woman makes? You say you want a woman who has your same level of affluence or your same level of money. Why do you care? Like, seriously, that's an honest question. I'm not shaming you. I'm seriously asking, why do you give a fuck how much a woman makes? That's not really what most men who make good money care about. We don't care about that. A man really wants a woman who's going to be a supplementary piece in his life. A woman who's going to be his piece after a long day at work. A woman who he can come home, not have to worry about getting a whole bunch of back talk and crazy arguments. We want to have a woman who's peaceful, who knows how to fill in all the necessary gaps in our life. That's what a man wants in a woman. So how much she makes, I couldn't care. I honestly, I promise you, I couldn't give a fuck if a girl works at Starbucks if she has all the intangible qualities that I look for in a woman. If she's attractive, if she's a pretty one, if she has natural beauty, does she have a nice shape? Does she have a good personality? Is she honest? Is she loyal? Is she genuinely a caring person? And could I see myself wanting to build a family with her? You know, these are the things that matter to me. But I'm not unique in that mindset. This is the thing that a lot of men look for in women. You know, so money being one of your benchmarks that you want a woman to hit. That's kind of odd as a man. All right, wait a minute. You are a man, right? Yeah. You're a man. All right. All right. Who's this? Let's say she is a rapper and she really wants to make it. Let's say she is a rapper and she really wants to make it. Will you allow that? Oh man. How old is she? How old is this prospective woman that wants to be a rapper and she really wants to make it? Because I'll tell you, I don't see nothing wrong with chasing dreams, but at some point, if you reach a certain age, if you reach a certain age and you still haven't reached that dream, you got to stop chasing it. At some point, you got to catch that damn dream. And when it comes to certain things like rappers, or when it comes to a music related dream, at certain levels of your life, you gotta realize, okay, this isn't gonna happen. Not say you still can't be involved in music, but to think that you're gonna be a rapper if you haven't made it by the time you're in your mid to late 30s, it's a wrap. Not to say that you couldn't be established and then still be rapping, because a lot of my favorite rappers are well into their 40s and 50s, like Jay-Z, Nas, even J. Cole is damn near 40 now. So, you know, a lot of the older rappers are still, so I'm not saying that, but as far as making it in music, if you haven't made it by the time you're, generally speaking, if you haven't made it by the time you're in your late 20s, it's a wrap. You better switch to music production or something like that doesn't depend on youth and exuberance. You better change that mindset. Let's see what we got. You said, let's say she's 25. Would you allow her? It's not a matter of me allowing her. I'm going to be giving her some real ism. I'm going to be giving her some real talk, letting her know that, listen, these are the probabilities. I support your music dreams. I support your musical endeavors. If she actually has talent, let her rock out. But, you know, it's not my job to stomp on her dreams. But at the same time, we got to be realistic as adults. Let's see what we got. Mary says, Wait a minute, who are you talking to, Wartag? Does it squirt? Who are you talking to? One of the ladies in the chat? Like, who are you talking to? Who are you talking to, bro? She said, "Oh, who is this? Shaw Albie. Answer me. Answer me." Okay. That's funny. Getting angry. All right, Mary, you said no. Most men don't care. They usually don't want to compete with their wife. Why would a man want? Oh, okay. So you're agreeing with me. I get it. I was gonna say, why would a man want to? That's the thing. That's the thing when it comes to these strong, independent women, these boss babes in society that try to replace men or try to say that they don't need men. And then when they look around and they're 35 or they're 40 and they look around and they be like, where are all the good men? Bitch, they passed you by when you were in your 20s and in your early 30s living your best life. They passed you up. But you didn't need a man, right? And yet once they reach the late 30s and then their 40s, then they look around talking about, oh, where are all the good men? Well, guess what? Generally speaking, and this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt, but generally speaking, the more successful a man is, and especially if he takes really good care of himself, he still looks good in his late 30s and 40s. I hate to break it to you, ladies, but that man is gonna still probably try to get as young of a woman as he possibly can, within reason. Because I'm not with these dudes that be like 40, talking to 19-year-olds. That's weird to me. But a 40-year-old talking to like a 26-year-old, that's regular to me. And it happens every single day. And you know why? Because a man, when it comes to a woman, me personally speaking, I take so many things into account, like I already just went over earlier. And one of the things that I didn't mention is I'm looking at the way a woman takes care of herself. I'm looking at her body. I'm looking at her vitality, her physicality. I'm looking at the traits that may also be able to translate well into her being able to carry children. Obviously, the younger a woman is, the better the probability that she will be able to take a birth to full term. So I'm just telling you the way men think. I'm 39, just to give you reference. These are the things that I take into account nowadays when it comes to dating and such. So, and I don't waste time. I don't waste my time with women that just don't fit a certain archetype, because I know what I'm looking for. I don't play games. I'm not here to waste time. I just need certain benchmarks to be hit. I need certain boxes to be checked before I can even think about taking a woman remotely serious, you know. But I don't even know where I'm ranting so much. I don't even know where I was going with that. But let's see what else y'all was saying out here. He said, "What happened? Why he getting hot and loud?" I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. I'm actually enjoying this. Let's see. What the fuck's that blocky square ass beard? You don't like my beard? Well, most of the women do. So fuck you. But thanks for watching though. Let's see. Yo, what's going on, Adriano? What's up? Let's see. Womanology is so stupid and complex and gives no results. Can you elaborate? ABC 1, 2, 3. What do you mean when you say womanology? Are you talking about womanese? Are you talking about the girl logic, girl math, the shit that doesn't make sense, the shit that can't be substantiated in any way? What are you referring to? All right, AKM, you said 2425. 2425. What's that mean? What's that mean, AKM? What are you referring to? K Gatlin, it says, you remember me. I don't want to say your real name. Remember Nick? Girl, y'all used to. Who? Are you talking to me? I don't know you, K Gatlin. I don't know you. Say the name that I actually recognize. I don't know who Nick is. Remember Nick? Oh, you're trying to be funny. All right, so you're trying to use a racial slur. Okay, got you. Gosh, y'all, some of y'all are losers, I gotta say, man. It says, "Are you crazy, Captain? The lame one who cheated with Remy?" Are y'all talking? Oh, you want to talk about Papoose? You want to talk about Papoose? Oh man, that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother story. And this is why being a simp never pays in real life. It never pays off. This is why I say all simps should have their ass beat. Simps got to be defunded. Problem is, some simps actually got money. So we got to defund all simps, because you see, when Remy Ma went to prison for shooting her friend for over a stack, believe it or not, yeah, she shot one of her real friends over a stack. That's what sent her to prison for down there a decade. Papoose was such a simp Even though they had just started dating, he went and visited Remy in prison every single day for a year. So much to the point that she had to beg him to stop coming every day. Simp behavior. Look how that has paid off for Papoose at this point. Look how has it paid off for him. She clearly doesn't respect him. Look how she's talking crazy to him now. They haven't had sex in over a year from his account. She cheated on him with some battle rapper. This is how you get paid back for going above and beyond for a woman who doesn't truly love you as much as you love her. That's the thing. And women are not going to agree with this. None of y'all are. I'm just going to preface that. But here's the thing. A woman has to love a man more than he loves her. I know it hurts, ladies. I know. Y'all ain't going to agree, but it's the truth. A woman absolutely must love a man more than he loves her. That's just the fact. Not saying that he can't also be in love with her, but she has to love him more. It's just a fact. Hey, I'm just a messenger. I'm just a messenger. All right, let's see. It says he was going on conjugal visits and she got what you say, Aiden? You say he was going on conjugal visits and he wasn't really hitting the spot. He wasn't hitting the spot, so she had to go ahead and say, hey, look, nigga, just I appreciate, yeah, Pat, but stay home. I mean, I appreciate you coming up here, but so he wasn't really handling his business, huh? All right, let's see. Oh dang, that took me too long to figure out. He's with Clarissa now. Yeah, I will say that. I love the fact that Clarissa, even though she's so masculine, like she's trying to get more feminine in the way that she presents herself, trying to get, she got a stylist. The stylist got her looking a lot better, but before that she was looking crazy. But I like Clarissa. I like the way she's holding them down, and I like the way that Remy, even though she likes to talk, Remy don't go too crazy because she knows good and well that Clarissa can really put them paws on her in a major way. And she gonna need a tool. She gonna need the pistol to fuck with Clarissa. Let's keep it a stack. Clarissa will beat the brakes off of Remy. That's not even in question. She will beat the fucking brakes off of Remy. You looking, bro? See when a dude says something like that make me want to block you, dog. Like, why are you telling me I look juicy, bro? Like, why you gotta be weird, dog? Like, chill out. Let's see. It says, let's see. Why do you say that? That's been a struggle for me. I love hard, but my late husband enlisted to get permission to marry me, and I couldn't top that. Let's see. It says you get your inches up. What's going on, man? what is going on with some of these comments, man? Let's see. Jay Mills. I know that ain't Jay Mills that I think it. I know that ain't the Jay Mills that's the battle rapper. This is different Jay Mills. Okay. It's an experience that he would learn from. Oh, you better believe. You better believe that Papoose learned from this entire experience. Usually, now here's the thing. I think I think this is just my take on this. I think this entire experience may have actually red pilled Papoose. And sometimes it takes extreme heartbreak for a man to actually get the big picture. Like, damn, for him to actually learn feminine nature, the way that some women operate, he had to learn it the hard way. Like, damn, here I am thinking that I was showing this woman that I was completely down for her. I was in her corner and that I love her. I was going out to the prison. I was putting money on her books. I made sure that she had a great place to stay in. You know, I promoted this entire Black love mantra when we got out. We built the company. We built businesses. And yet she went and cheated on me with this nondescript battle rap nigga that nobody even knows. Damn. Life gives you lemons sometimes. I hope he finds a way to truly make lemonade out of it. It seems like it, but I ain't gonna lie. It seems like he's still in that simp mindset. The way that he seems like a dancing bear with Clarissa. He still seems like he's her background character. Yeah, I don't know if y'all got that same perception, but it still seems like he's finding another woman that he can be like a cheerleader for, which is sad because I know a lot of y'all don't know this, but Papoose at one point was actually the most hot. He was at one point the hottest rapper in the entire game. Y'all won't remember this. I'm a hip hop head. I'm a hip hop purist. I'm a diehard hip hop purist. Papoose back in 2003, there was a heavy bidding war for Papoose. They called him the $1.5 million man. He was the it was a bidding war between Atlantic, UMG, Def Jam. All of them wanted him. He was the hottest rapper in the game. Yeah, I know. Y'all want this doesn't even sound right because where he's at now, where he's like kind of obscure and irrelevant. Believe it or not, at one point in time, Papoose, you know how the game looked at Drake at 2010, how Drake was that guy who was clearly going to be the next up. Believe it or not, that was Papoose around 2003, 2004. Everybody wanted Papoose. Every single label was trying to get him under contract. And it's just crazy to see what came of him. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's still an amazing rapper, he's still a great lyricist, but as far as mainstream, nobody knows who the fuck Papoose is. Just goes to show you, life is all about decisions. Life is all about decisions. The decisions that we make have such a adverse impact and effect on the rest of our lives. You know, it's just crazy how decisions, making that one wrong decision can completely spiral your entire life, your entire career. Everything can change in a matter of seconds, just like that. It's crazy. Anyways, no, that's not true. I thought this was DMX until he started speaking. Yo, what's going on, baby? It's X. It is me, baby. It's X. Where are my dogs? Dead ass thought that was DMX came. What is wrong with y'all, man? What is wrong with y'all? DMX never had this kind of beard. He always had the chin strap joint, just for the record. It said you gotta, let's see what we got. You got a Henway, bro? I don't know what that means. He still likes her. Aiden, you talking about Pap? Yeah, he does. It's clear. It's clear that they both still fuck with it. It's clear that Papoose and Remy still want to be together. They still want each other. They're going out of their way to do better shit, do better petty shit. And usually when that's the case, it's because there's still real feelings there. I'm pretty sure they do. But he already dropped dude that she's with now. I don't even know about how she's still with the dude. Once Pap knocked that dude out, like, how Remy even look at him the same? Like, man, he knocked your ass out and I still got to be with you. And keep it a stat, ladies. When you see your man get knocked out in front of you, doesn't that make you lower your entire like respect level for him? When you see your man get like knocked clean the fuck out and right in front of you, wouldn't that make you lose respect for him? Because then you start thinking like, damn, if some shit go crazy in the streets, you ain't even gonna be able to protect me. Can't be with this dude. You said, all right. You said, when did you start losing your hair? To be honest. Oh, this is actually funny. This is actually funny because me and my brother used to make fun of dudes that used to like be going like losing their hair early. And then that's one of that's the thing about life, right? Because I used to be like, I don't know. I guess I still am kind of arrogant to an extent, but we used to make fun of guys like that. Then I started losing hair like in my 20s. And then once I started seeing the shit getting thin, I just shaved it. Like I didn't even wait. You know, some people wait. They walk around with bald, like it starts receding, going back. I didn't wait. I just shaved it off. Luckily, I got a great head shape for it, and it has worked very well for me in life. So it has never impacted anything. I get even more women with a bald head than I did with hair. And I had the crazy 360 joints too. The waves. Whew, oh God. Man, if I'm getting what I'm getting now, just imagine what I would be getting even if I still had the 360. Oh man, it really doesn't matter. If you're a good-looking guy, it doesn't matter. That's the bottom line. If you're a good-looking guy, you can have a bald head. You can have, well, head shape matters. Now, thank God my head shape is a good head shape for a bald head. But if I had like a cube head, then I would be in trouble. Let's see. Let me lick that bald head. Are you a man or a woman? That name is making me think that you're probably a dude. And if that's the case, I'm going to have to block you. I'm going to have to block your bitch ass if you're a dude. Just fair warning. And then we got another weirdo talking about master, let me lick your balls. What is wrong with motherfuckers? What's wrong with people? Like, seriously, what is wrong with y'all? What the hell is this? Where that him with? I don't know what that means. Let me go back up. Is there anybody here that's actually speaking some shit that makes sense? If not, then it might be time. It might be that time because y'all are getting weird. Now somebody talking about they thought I was Tory Lanez. Okay. First of all, fuck you, whoever wrote that, suspect. But let's talk about Tory. What are y'all's thoughts? What are y'all's thoughts on this new evidence that came out on Tory? Even though me personally, never at any point did I think Tory Lanez shot Meg. At no point. Most people didn't. Most people with the brain didn't think that. It just didn't make logical sense. It didn't make any sense at all. No sense whatsoever. But what happened is, and people were wondering, why didn't he defend himself? Why didn't he get up on the stand? Come to find out, there was a gag order that prevented him from doing so. Very vital information. So many things were suppressed. And then he got stabbed the fuck up, what was that, 2 or 3 weeks ago? Did y'all see the footage? Crazy. And might I add, an absolutely phenomenal album that this man dropped earlier this year. Did y'all hear the album? Did y'all hear the clarity, the sonic clarity of an album that was recorded completely behind prison walls? Yet he got this amazing engineer that made it sound just like it sounds at the damn studio. Amazing music. Man, put this bitch in there. If he gets out of there, man, and come to find out that all of this was fabricated, I mean, it's not going to happen. They're not going to do anything to Meg, but it's just crazy how even black women were championing this man without any evidence. They were championing him being locked up like an animal for something that was not ever substantiated. We never, even the witnesses, and now that's coming out, that the initial witness said, I saw 2 women fighting. The man was still in the back seat. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. That's why I call it the injustice system, though. Man, fuck you. Message to Oma. Man, I gotta block your bitch ass. Hold on. Stay right there, bitch ass nigga. Stay right there, you bitch ass nigga. Yep, you're banned. All right. I think that's my cue, though. It's getting crazy. All right, another BLM victimhood mentality here. How is this a BLM victimhood mentality when I'm speaking absolute logic and facts? Please speak for yourself. Coram Dio. Please be able to substantiate yourself, be able to articulate an actual salient argument, because what you're saying sounds absolutely idiotic. Nyhard, Chandra, you asked how many years in the gym? I've been training consistently since I was 24. I'm 39 now. So, yeah. Nope. Actually, when I say consistently, I mean that's when I started hitting the gym religiously. So, like but I didn't really start going crazy until the last, maybe, like, as far as putting the nutrition with the rigorous workout regimen, that came probably over the last 2 to 3 years. As far as actually matching nutrition with the strength and resistance training, and also the intermittent fasting, which I do 16-8, which is what they call lean gain fast, intermittent fasting. It's just a way of life. I do it every single day. For instance, if I make sure that I don't eat anything after 9 o'clock, and then I don't eat anything again until 1 o'clock the next day, 16 hours without eating. And what it does is it puts your body in what they call lipolysis, which means it turns your body into a furnace and you're constantly burning all day. Just some knowledge for y'all, if any of y'all happen to be in the fitness. Anyways, what we got here? You recently had a hernia removed. How should I get back to the gym without hurting myself? Well, you got to give it time to heal. Unfortunately, you can start off with light cardio, but when it comes to any heavy lifting, avoid that until your hernia has absolutely healed. You don't want to rupture that or completely fuck up what you just had done. You were skinny before? No, I was sloppier. I was never fat, but I was sloppy, man. Like, it depends. What do you mean before? Like, now I'm absolutely jacked. I mean, but that was because I've matched the nutrition as far as eating completely clean with working out like a madman. But before that, I was jacked. Like, from a muscular standpoint, I was muscular, but it wasn't as defined. You feel me? Like, you know how some people have, like, you could tell, like, they go to the gym, but they don't really have all the definition. That's how I was maybe 4 years ago. But then I just looked at myself in the mirror one day and I was just like, man, why don't I stop faking it and actually make it? You feel me? Like, why don't I stop faking it where people think that I'm out in the gym every fucking day working hard? Why don't I stop faking this shit and actually put the work in and maintain the discipline necessary to absolutely transform my body into the body that I've always wanted? And that's exactly what I did. I actually have a video, guys. I dropped it in November about a transformation last year. Just that when I really kicked it into gear. I lost 40 pounds last year from June to November. 40 pounds. Natural. I would never in life put Ozempic or any of that shit in my body. My body is my temple. So I don't fuck around with anything outside of protein powder, maybe, which is not bad. And just eating clean and working out like an absolute machine. That's what, if you work hard enough and you eat the right way, your body will transform. That's just a fact. Let's see. Any advice for a skinny person? I'm 23. My weight never changed. You got to get weight gainer, bro. You got to get weight gainer. You have to get some weight gainer, and that will definitely help you out. They sell it at GNC. They sell it at bodybuilding.com. Get you some weight gainer. Try to eat high caloric, high protein foods. Because here's the thing. I don't want you to just eat junk, because then that's going to put on the wrong kind of weight. And you don't want that. Bro looked like a gay Tupac. Gay Tupac. Let's see. K. Gatlin, you said some gay shit earlier. Hold on. You said some gay shit. I meant to block your bitch ass. Hold on. Stay right there, fuck nigga. Stay right there. Let's see. Yeah, that was your bitch ass that was talking about do I remember you? Let me block your bitch ass. Stay right there, you little faggot ass nigga. Stay right there. Stay right there. All right. You're out of here, buddy. It's amazing. It's amazing. Like, you have nothing better to do than to control. I don't get it. Anyways, yeah, back to what I was saying to, who was that? E-Kip, man. Just weight gainer. If you're one of, because here's the thing, you're what they call a hard gainer. You're trying to gain weight, but it's not working for you. You're gonna have to probably do things that are gonna be uncomfortable for you. I'm gonna let you know that. When you're a hard gainer, you're gonna have to drink tons of weight gaining, and you're gonna have to eat tons of like voluminous foods like chicken. Don't take the skin out. You keep all the skins on. Like, for somebody like me, I want to keep it lean. I take the skin out. Keep all the skins on, but you're gonna have to get creative, because people who have extremely fast metabolisms have the hardest time when it comes to gaining weight, trying to put on muscle. Let's see. I think that was the last one, and we're just at an hour. So I appreciate the conversation. Like, I was not expecting to be on for this long, but I've really had I've had fun talking to all y'all tonight, man. Before y'all leave, hey, subscribe to my channel. I'm gonna start getting on live more, and if there's people who can actually engage in real conversation, I will do it more often. I'm open to talk about whatever. So if you like the stream, subscribe to the channel, and I'll probably be back on tomorrow, man. It's been a pleasure. I'm about to go. It's 9:18. Damn. I've been on here more than an hour. Okay. But anyways, it's a pleasure. I'm gonna holler at y'all later, all right? Bro, you just got here, Thug. Like, man, what's cracking, my boy? What's happening? Hold on. Let me answer the other question. Does weight gain or work? Yeah, it does. At least that's what I hear. You know, I've never had the issue of trying to gain weight. It's always been the opposite for me. So I've never had to use weight gainer, but I know a few people who have, and it definitely does. Now, here's the thing. Weight gainers are not all created equal. Some weight gainers are better than others, so I definitely would advise you to read the reviews, find out the one that actually puts on weight and that actually works for people, and buy that one, even if it's a little bit more expensive. That's the thing with supplements as a whole. I do not cut corners when it comes to supplements. I don't cut corners when it comes to my BCAAs. I don't cut corners when it comes to my pre-workouts. I don't cut corners when it comes to my nootropics, when it comes to neural health. I don't cut corners when it comes to my whey isolate protein. Quality matters. Anything that you're putting in your fucking body, quality matters. Don't cut corners. Just spend a little bit more money and get the best product possible. All right. And I think that's where I'm going to end this stream at tonight, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure. I fuck with all y'all that fuck with me. And I'll be back tomorrow. This is your man, Thetch the Great. I'm going to holler at y'all, all right? One.